Punisher ripoff on the cover there.
Wow.
Not the Punisher. Welcome to Comic Book Streamland, and thanks for pulling up a seat. Tonight we're chopping it up with real comic book creators, the ones out there in the trenches, making books and getting them into readers' hands on their own terms. This isn't a right versus wrong kind of show. No gatekeeping, no ego. This is shop talk, like a late night bar conversation or barbershop debate. Raw, honest, and unfiltered. So if you're cool with being a fly in the wall, stick around. Drop a comment and let us know you're in the room. We want to hear from you. And if you're catching us on the restream, don't be quiet. Show some love in the comments. And don't forget to take that stack of unread comic books and slam them down on the like, subscribe, and share buttons. We know you're not doing anything with them now, so use it for something. And with that, I want to welcome tonight's panel. You may know some of them, you may not. I'm joined by Mr. J.D. Calderon, Mr. Fred Schwartz, Mr. Ray Jameson, and Mr. Tom Hutchison.
You got to work on that, dude, because it sounded like AI is talking at the beginning of this.
Wow.
Really not.
You got to work on the presentation.
You know what? It's you.
like
Because
it.
last week I had a perfect delivery.
No, you got all the words right. All the words were right, but the way that it's coming out, it's starting to sound like AI.
It sounded mechanical, like this. Is that
a little
how you're
robotic,
going? Yeah, a little robotic.
There's a really cool thing you can get online where it's a ring and it has a finger that protrudes off of it. So you could wear that to make it look like you have like 7 fingers and stuff as you speak like your AI.
I've heard about that. It's so that like on security tapes, you can say that the thing is doctored that because it looks like you have 7 fingers and like it was an AI doctored tape.
Oh,
That's where we are now.
Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. Hi guys. How was your week? How was
Totally
how was
threw
your
him
week
off. He's
going?
totally thrown off.
Yeah, I'm totally thrown off.
Yeah. And
Fucked
Tom,
up his programming.
the Punisher one doesn't really bother me. It's the Giant Man one over in the other corner on the left.
Hold the
Oh,
fuck up.
okay.
What
Yeah,
are you
that's the
talking
one.
about? Hold on a second. First of all, the Punisher is not the Punisher. You think it's the Punisher?
That's Punisher 2099.
It is absolutely
And that Giant
not.
Man over there.
And that is not Giant Man. That's not Giant Man
No,
at all. And don't worry about it. He
It's just large man.
spoilers.
He's
Spoilers.
just
Big
large man.
Series that
guy.
finished,
Big guy?
a while ago. He died. So way to honor the dead, buddy. Thanks for reading it. He died. Okay, and that's not the Punisher. He's got a long trench coat. All right, and that's a star that's upside down, but it's covered up by the words there. All right, that's
He's also backed up by Angel Manhunter.
right.
But
Yes.
it's not Angel Manhunter. How's that mean? That's Quetzalcoatl, the Mexican.
I'm
guy.
totally BSing. No, he looks cool. I like him.
I know he looks cool. I made him.
I love him.
I mean,
I like
I
him
didn't
a
make a
lot.
god, but I made him.
It's Cthulhu Angel is what it is. Cthulhu Angel.
You know what? That's a great way to capitalize on what everybody's doing with the whole Cthulhu stuff.
The color scheme looks like pewtered brass. I think that's what I like the most about it.
Oh,
It
thank
looks
you.
Cool.
I like that. Thank you, Ray, for being positive amongst all these other jackalopes tonight. All right?
I had nothing
Right.
bad to say. I thought it
Yeah, I
was
know
great.
that's the thing, right? What is
said
that?
nothing.
You
That's
got
part of
nothing
the
good
problem,
to say. Say
Fred.
nothing at all. You might
you
as
know-
well have been on their side, Fred.
You know what's funny though? You know what's funny about all that? I really do think Ray's fucking with you.
No, legit.
I was going to come to your
JD's
defense.
just trying
Like
to
the show
convert me to the
begins.
dark side, whether I want to be or not.
You guys.
The show begins with like no gatekeeping, and then you guys are totally gatekeeping on his
Super,
like.
super gatekeeping. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about? We never
Yeah, I
said
feel-
he can have those characters.
I feel like the guys here, trying to tear down the buildings that I put up.
If he
No,
never read
not
Punisher
at all.
2099, it's like not his fault. Like he didn't. get
Punisher
inside the
20.
game.
I
No,
know
we're just
Punisher
tagging
2099.
on
It
him a
wasn't
little
good.
bit. That's all.
It
And
wasn't
for the
good.
record,
Even
it's
Tom
not-
Morgan's pencils. It wasn't good.
There's a lot of I mean, it's comics. There's archetypes. You can't it's not Punisher 20.
Yours is 2039, right? Or is it 2039? So then it's okay.
So this brings me. I'm glad we're talking about unstoppable comic stuff, right? Because this brings me into tonight's topic, which is how do you handle missed opportunities as a comic book creator?
So
I wanted to
what
start this off.
opportunity did you miss this week?
One
is what I-
opportunity that I missed
What am
is
I-
celebrating 18 years with the Unstoppable Comics imprint. May 29th would have made 18 years, or does make 18 years that I have been making comic books under the label Unstoppable Comics. But I've been so busy we were away. It was my wife's birthday, and I totally dropped the ball on celebrating.
None of that's really a viable excuse, Rosario.
I know it's not. I know it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Forget about my wife's
I've been
birthday.
celebrating years every year since 2010. Just because.
Right. But
13, 14, 15.
that makes me think about what's coming up. And
Yeah.
the 20-year anniversary is 2 more years away.
Yeah.
Right? 2028 makes
That's
20
how that
years.
works. 18 plus
Yeah.
2.
So how do you guys handle missed opportunities as a comic book creator?
I jump on opportunities. It's on my wall right there.
You're welcome.
That's the opportunity. I jumped right.
Well, Ray, you see, that's his second opportunity. His first one, the cover that he could have bought for $300, he didn't get. He got the back cover for.
I got the one
$11.
that matters. The
Yeah.
other one doesn't matter. That's the one that matters.
That's the one that matters. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into what you guys think about everything that's going on, I want to say what's up to the people who have joined us in chat. William, all I see was the intro pic. That's right. We set it up for a minute like that, brother. Mark Dudley, yo, what's up? Henry Rizzo. Hi, Henry. How we doing? Oh, Gojo, hi. Glenda, hey, my birthday is important. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. All right, so that's some of the people that joined us in the chat very early on. Guys, how do you handle it since Tom buys his way out? But have you guys ever had an opportunity that after the door or the window was closed, you said, damn it, I should have capitalized on it?
May I?
Of course.
So, first,
Uh-huh.
for your 18th thing that you missed,
Uh-huh.
I got to be honest with you. I'm really proud of the fact that you missed it because you were so busy doing the actual work. You didn't have time to celebrate any of that bullshit. Okay, just do the job.
Wow.
No,
it's not job.
There's a
But-
good compliment
but-
there. Got to give him that one.
But he's had 6 months to celebrate it.
He's also like 2 years in front of the next one, so he's like in a good place when it comes to the 20th.
Right.
He's ready for the 20. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
That's
Go
good.
for the 20.
Yeah, I mean,
Right.
I can understand 10, 15, 20.
But you know, I didn't even acknowledge it. I didn't even put up a post. This is the first time I'm speaking about it.
Okay.
Right. And I kind of feel, I don't want to say
But
disheartened.
think of it like that. You were doing the work,
Yeah.
right? So
Right.
there you go, man. You got nothing to beat
But
yourself up over.
at some point, you also need to recognize how far you've come in this creative journey. Right. And you need to acknowledge all the work that you've done, look back on it, review it with people, talk about it, show it off. It's a badge of courage. Don't see, that's gatekeeping. That's
I mean,
gatekeeping.
no. I mean, we just have different stances on it. That's your stance.
Right.
My stance has always been do the work. You understand?
Uh-huh.
That thing about celebrating myself and patting myself on the back and pinching my ass, I'm not into it.
I pat myself on the back, and I have no problem.
And
pinching
you remember
myself.
Gorilla
Yeah.
Monsoon used to say, right? Pat
With
on
the
the
who?
back is Gorilla Monsoon. You're a
Oh,
big
what do you
wrestling guy, right?
Yeah.
Gorilla Monsoon. Pat on the back is 18 inches away from a kick in the pants. I mean, it's
I love Gorilla.
Yeah. Okay. That was 40 years ago. Things have changed.
Gorilla is still relevant today. Man.
Exactly.
Okay,
That's
but
great.
Still one of the best to
he's
ever
still
do it.
relevant, right? Because it's the gorilla spot named after him, right? But what I want to get at is, in today's world of social media, today's world of constantly staying in the awareness of the people that are out there, whether they're following you or not,
Mm-hmm.
that was a layup, right? That was an opportunity to remind them, hey, you've been on this journey with me.
I'll tell you this. Talking about 17, 18, 19, whatever. That's less patting yourself on the back and more what's the word? More just sort of reminding people that you've been doing the work because you're still here. 17, 18, 19. Mm-hmm. One of the crazy things that I found a number of years ago was I told a retailer one time, we're up to critter number 25. It looked at me like I was insane. Like, how have you done that much? Like, nobody does that many issues. How are you at issue 25, whatever. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, because I'm just making comics. Like, it shouldn't be that shouldn't be surprising.
Okay.
But to him, it was a surprise. So numbers mean something. You know, especially in a world of endless retcons and reboots where everything is 1 through 4, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, 1 through 4, 1 through 4.
Mhm.
If you can suddenly be like number 20, number 25, number 30, number 35, number 50, number 100, whatever, the bigger that number, the more relevant you sort of become in a larger bubble of awareness. I'm not saying good, bad, indifferent. I'm just saying I've seen it. I've watched it happen. I've seen people go, Jesus Christ, I didn't know you were up to this many issues. And then simultaneously, I see the other side of the coin going, Jesus, I thought you'd be way further down the line than this. So, you know, but so for us, we do kind of celebrate the years now just with our anthology. It became a joke when we were 13 years old. We did BD 13. Everyone was like, oh, do it again. BD 14, BD 15, BD 16 is here now. BD 17 is already planned for next year. So we have sort of a built-in clock now for us. But I do understand. For me, I'm kind of like Calderon. It's sort of like 10, 15, 20. Like, I'm aware that 20 is just a few years away. Right. And we want to go big on the 20. But numbers do matter, just in the relevance of the consistent relevance of your marketing, of who are we, what are we doing. We've been doing this a long fucking time. And
yeah.
No.
You know, see, okay. You're saying no to any of that.
You got to understand. I mean, that's fine. You have your opinion on it. I have my opinion on it.
Right.
And you're going to do things your way, and I'm going to do things my way. I'm coming up on my 35th anniversary.
Way to go. Congratulations.
When it comes down to
I'm happy for you.
Okay?
I'm happy for you.
I'm happy one of us is. Right?
You're not happy?
It doesn't really matter. Because
Why
I'm
not?
doing work. I got
How
work
much did
to
you
do,
fucking
bro.
out? How many people did you outlast? How many people?
Tons.
Exactly. All right, so hold on.
Comics is Squid Game, baby. Comics is Squid Game. You got it.
This is a marathon. Not only how many people did you outlast, how many people thought they were better than you, shitted on you and your work, and are no longer here, whereas you're doing this for 35 years, 18 years, 17 years.
I got to be honest with you, though, that type of mindset doesn't factor into the way I work.
Oh, buddy. Fuck yeah. Oh, I carry a chip on my shoulder every goddamn day.
I mean,
I'm carrying that chip on my motherfucking shoulder, bro.
That's fine. I don't work that way, because the thing is what if everybody sang your praises and said, "Oh, you were great," and whatever, you don't have a chip anymore, right? Okay. Then what happens?
Who says I won't have a chip? There's always a chip to find to put on my shoulder.
So, all right. Well, that just sounds really full of shit then.
No, it's not. It's the absolute truth. That's how the fuck I do,
the absolute truth is, it sounds like really full of shit.
No, to you it sounds like it's full of shit, right?
Yeah, because the thing is, what you're saying is that if you have a perfect world and your world is perfect, you're gonna find something to bitch about.
I didn't say my world was perfect.
I didn't say. I said if your world was perfect. If IF words mean something. If your world was perfect, you're just gonna find something to bitch about.
No, I'm not gonna find something to bitch about.
You just said you were gonna find
it's gonna be presented to me. That's what's going to happen, right? Let me bring this to you, all right? You started comic books with your boys from school. You were 19, 20, right? You were flipping the black and white gimmicks. You were doing the gold-covered tiered logos and all of that shit, all right? I didn't have that. I didn't have that crew that went with me, right? I was going to the fucking conventions like Oliver Twist. You know, will you please look at my books, sir? Right? And they were fucking douching on me, bro.
Crew did not fall out of the sky.
You came up with them. You came up with them. I didn't come up with nobody.
I didn't come up with them.
Where I came from,
them.
There was nobody fucking into comic books out here. That was me. I was a solo fucking runner, bro.
Dude, I was in Spanish Harlem. I got into art and design. That's where I found these people. Okay. You understand? And I made them my friends. These guys became my family.
Right.
So it's not like it fell on me. It's not like I got lucky and just stumbled and fell into a group of artists.
See, but you came up with that crew. You came up with that crew. I didn't come up with a crew. So see, that's where it's coming from with me, right? That's where it's coming from. See, 15. He's celebrating. He's celebrating his shit.
I got 16 in the hallway right now too.
Congratulations, Tom, on not missing the opportunity.
Right? You think I've got a chip on my shoulder?
You got to make the opportunity,
right? But I'm looking for something to bitch about. But here I am. I'm happy that you did 35. I'm happy that Tom got those anthologies. I'm happy that Fred has kicked ass on his fucking campaign. I'm happy that Ray fucking kicked ass on his campaign, right? So I balanced that shit out, baby.
So why are you so upset then?
Because
he's got a chip on his shoulder, damn it. Haven't you listened?
I got a chip on my that's not it, bro. Come on, man. Come on. So anyways, missed opportunities.
Missed opportunity. We're getting back to the original question. All right, listen. I mean, I'll be honest with you. When it comes down to missed opportunities, I don't dwell on it. I just move on. Because the thing is, it is a missed opportunity. And what I try to do is keep my eye out for the next opportunity.
I'm just, it looks like, Ray, it really looks like my head is the tip of a penis right there. And that's the ball sack.
But it always looks like that.
I'm just demonstrating Jay has nothing to complain about. That's all I'm doing. That's where I was going with it. It took a while to upload. It's delayed. Here, I'll put it back. I apologize.
Here we go. Oh, here we go. Thank you, William, for remembering. Only one guy with the chip was going to punch Mark Greenwald at the Marvel office. He missed that opportunity.
That's
yeah.
True. He missed that opportunity.
Yeah.
I was also 21 years old.
All right, Jay. I
missed opportunities.
I got I guess 2 cents, maybe 3 cents.
Let's hear it.
I'm reminiscent of a late comedian named Mitch Hedberg. He made this one quip where he said a boss at an interview asked, "Where do you see yourself in 5 years?" And his answer was, "Celebrating the 5-year anniversary of you asking that question." Oh man, this is awesome. Complete crickets. Anyways, numbers are very important, but they're not important to some people. Obviously, you guys don't like a good joke, and I'm okay with that. But
we do not appreciate a bad joke, Ray. Sorry.
Oh, well, speak for yourself. That's my
Canadian joke. We don't appreciate a Canadian joke.
Canadian jokes are too nice. I was quoting an American. I just thought I'd... Anyways. Numbers, there's certain things that are sentimental value. So nostalgia being one of them. Numbers, depending on the person, they like those even numbers, usually divisible by 5, of course.
Yeah.
But going back to your question, if I were to reword it a little differently, how do you make lemonade out of scenarios? I guess would be a nicer way to put it in my mind. I think the answer is contingencies. Well, I missed this opportunity. How do I ensure that never happens again? So Tom has a great example. You have it built in, unintentionally, mind you. It's just a running gag, I think is the way you put it. But I think the real answer to that is, this happened. How do I ensure that can't happen again?
Okay. And that's the part that's got to be figured out, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever had a situation that you've missed out on?
I think I'm too early in the game to really give you any type of really big. There has been a couple of scenarios where just because I'm one of the little dogs in this game, so depending on saving up money for a specific artist and suddenly their schedule's full, I couldn't get the money, little things like that. Okay. But I feel that's outside of my control. It's nothing I'd really dwell on.
Okay.
Nothing catastrophic or anything like that.
From what I've learned about you in the time that I've known you, I think you're somebody who creates your opportunities, right? I don't think you. Yeah. I don't think you're missing, right? You're knocking on the door and you're like, "Hey, is there a seat at the table?" Right? And that's a hustler mentality. I like that.
Mm-hmm. One thing I try really hard to do is, if I have a goal, then for me personally, I'm really good at focusing on one pot at a time and not stirring a bunch on back burners.
Okay.
And I'm not saying I don't do that, but I try to focus on one big thing. If I'm focusing on one big thing, even if there was some type of missed opportunity, for lack of better wording, I'm too focused on what's in front of me to really think of everything else on the wayside.
Okay. Fred, how do you feel about this stuff?
Well, I'm a worrier and I carry a great amount of guilt. So I live with this stuff for a long time, but I've gotten a lot better at it. Lately, I've, been trying to approach things of I am happy that my comic, the story is where it's at and it's coming out the way it is, and it is close as it is. So it all kind of led me down this path, and I'm okay with things being, remember when you're like a kid and you go to the bowling alley and they have like the bumpers in the lane. So like, like the things that have happened while like they weren't, like I haven't rolled a perfect strike, but these bumpers have kind of kept me down to eventually get to the point I'm at now. And I'm happy with that. But, there are a couple of like missed opportunities. There's one in particular that like I really bemoaned. Like I got like really, when I first got into this and shared something with somebody, I got really close to like a really big opportunity with like a real dream person. And because of something that happened with them and the thing that was going on, like it just kind of evaporated. That still like kind of crushes me to this day. But like it also kind of, reminds you that like you don't realize like, something can happen and it can go away quickly. Sometimes you're close to something that you didn't think, and then it can whatever. And then like, when you think that there's like, no opportunities, you get like an email or a message and it's like, hey, an opportunity pops up. So, I just try to, I kind of look at it like I'm the bowling ball going down the lane, and like the thing will bump me from one side to the other. And eventually I'll get to the end and I'll knock some pins over, hopefully all of them, but we'll see.
Okay.
But yeah, no, the missed opportunities suck, and there's no like there's no cure for that. Like it's like, but you just live with it.
Yeah.
I think another important thing to add to what you're saying there, because at the end of the day, it happened. You move on, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not a gambler myself, but I've got buddies that go on vacation, go to Vegas, and they'll talk about working the slots for a while, and as soon as they walk away, another person jumps in, and their very first attempt is like a jackpot.
Yep.
You can't control that. You just walk away and move on to the next thing.
Right. Okay. Tom, anything to add?
I've been trying to think of something legitimate that was an opportunity that I missed specifically because of me. Because if it's an opportunity that's missed because of somebody else, then whatever. It's like that's not on me. That's on somebody else. I can't have any control of that. So I'm trying to think of like somewhere in my career where I was like, I should have done this and I didn't, and that sucked. And I don't really know that I can pinpoint anything like that outside of maybe attending some specific cons where, some people were there that I could have, made some connections with or something. But I mean, that's not like super opportunistic or anything. It's just sort of like, it's a door, it's open, it's there, take it or don't take it. I mean, there's definitely things just in sort of a personal realm. Through the years, I've had large opportunities of art collecting through various people, and I wasn't in the financial position to take advantage of it, even though I knew like this is just stacking gold in the closet for 10 years. But I just wasn't in the financial place to do it. So I had to say no to the opportunity. And that's kind of a bummer. I've also sold stuff that I look back now and I'm like, God, dumbass, yeah, you made a little money on that, but Jesus, the world is so different now with like original art and stuff. Like, again, I was stacking gold bars and didn't really realize it. So I think a lot of my opportunities are sort of in those realms. As far as things like, in my business and in comics, like if an opportunity with an artist came through, I reached out. If it didn't work, it didn't work. But I always, just like with Stepan Sejic, like I was like, I'm taking this shot, and there's no reason not to take it. But if it doesn't happen, it's a missed opportunity in a sense, but it wasn't going to not happen because of me. It would have been on him. I don't have time. I'm not interested in whatever, but I take those shots. So, I don't know that I have anything specific in my head that I'm like, oh yeah, that was a botch. I took my shot with dynamite and I got it. I've been invited to other companies' opportunities, right? And I've said yes. I've gotten other books out through other companies. I don't know. I think, but to answer the question, how do you deal with the miss? it's kind of like everybody said. You just kind of have to. You either have to do one of two things. You either have to just wash it off and say, "All right, I had the learning experience. Let me try and be in that position again, in a better situation," or you or you really use it as like, I want to be in that position again. I want to put myself in that position again, so that I'm ready for it. And it's just sort of, that's just a personality where, some people are going to dwell and poorly execute, the next step, or they're going to hyper focus and be like, I'm going to be better. I'm going to be ready the next time Marvel calls and says, "Do you want to write Spider-Man?" And I'll be ready for it, rather than like, "Oh, hey, thanks for Spider-Man." No, never mind. Thanks. We're not interested anymore. But the next time they call, I'll be like, "Well, sure. I might have a few ideas for you, whatever." So, I think it's just personality based on how people kind of deal with it. And some people can't hang, and that chip sits there and it burns a hole in their shoulder. And other times they use it as motivation.
You don't want to get overexcited on that first date, or you don't get a second. Is that where you're going with that, Tom?
Yeah, there you go. That's right. There you go. Don't blow the wad. That's right. That's a good call.
I mean, if we're steering the conversation in that direction, I can tell you 3 different situations where.
Yeah.
All right. So one, and this was all early on. This is stuff that happened in the 90s. Daphne ended up talking to George Perez. He was willing to do a cover for us, and George Perez was a sweetheart. And he was like, "Listen, I got prices that I charge Marvel and DC, and I got my indie prices. And the price was $300, bro, for a full cover. And he was going to give it to us and everything." And of course, us being children, because we were children, and like to us, $300 at the time was a lot of money.
Yeah.
We were like, "Oh, we can't afford that." We could have. We could have done it. Right. So yeah, we missed that opportunity. Another one was I was at a show in Brooklyn. It was a small show. It was this guy named Scotty O'Donnell. He used to run all these shows out in Brooklyn. And I was sitting next to Jimmy Palmiotti, right? And Jimmy and I were talking pretty much the whole night. Cool dude, mad cool. Funniest thing happened. This will be real quick. These kids come over and they had just had stacks of books, like stacks. And they were just like, "Mr. Q, sign these for me." He said, "Well, only if I worked on them." And he was inking so many books. There was probably like every 3rd or 4th book he worked on. And he was just sitting there like, "All right, let's look. Wow. This was fun." But anyway, Jimmy had offered to do a cover for me as well. He wasn't even going to charge me for it.
Oh,
and of course, I never got in touch with him again because I was a stupid kid. What else? What was it? Oh, Walter McDaniel.
Okay.
Who used to work. He did some stuff for Image for a little while. He worked at Marvel. I don't know if he did anything with DC, but he was working with Rich Buckler a lot, right? And he was doing. I could have gotten a full page pencil pinup from him for like $40, right? Didn't do that either, like a dumbass. But it was because, like I said, I was a kid, and also at the time I was working with all my partners, and that's the thing, they were my partners. I wasn't being charged anything for the artwork, so I had no concept of it at the time, right? To me, like you know what I mean? Because we were just, making money and everybody was getting their cut, but I wasn't paying anybody for any artwork. You know what I mean? So that concept of paying someone for artwork was weird to me at the time. It was just very strange. I have since been broken of that.
George Perez, man. Wow.
Yeah, George Perez. I know that's the one that hurts the most. The Walter one hurts, and George hurts. Those are the 2 that really hurt. And that's not to say Jimmy doesn't hurt, because that hurts too, but But if I had to stack rank it, it would definitely be George, Walter, and then Jimmy. But yeah.
Okay. Missed opportunities. Have you ever tried to reach out to Jimmy again? I know George is no longer with us. Walter McDaniel, is he with us? No.
Walter's still with us. Last I heard, he's out. Last I spoke to him, he was out in Hong Kong doing toy design. But man, that was even that was like 20 years ago. So that was a long time ago.
Okay. But you haven't tried to reach Palmiotti?
Here's the thing. We have a bunch of mutual friends. And I've been reintroduced to him.
Okay.
Yeah. And I've also hung out with his brother, Peter. So
okay.
But is he even doing art anymore? Because basically he lets Amanda draw everything and he writes it now.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I don't know if he hurt his hand or like carpal tunnel or something. But he back in the day, he was an inker.
Oh, I know back in the day, yeah, for sure. I'm just saying now he's more like the writer guy.
Yeah, no,
I really want to have him on here, man. I listened to a podcast with him. He's a great talker.
Yeah, it's a nice dude.
And he was in the Marvel bullpen, and he's got stories with Buscema and his wife, and she was the real taskmaster in the bullpen. I want to know more about it, man. You know, here we got some of the people in the chat coming up, and Justin says, "Hello all," and you go, "Don't sweat the petty stuff. Don't the sweaty don't not the sweaty stuff. Control what you can control." Yeah. Deshaun, a third eye review 3001 sheesh, and Andres Barrero. If you miss an opportunity because you made a mistake, you need to learn from that. If things didn't happen due to things out of your reach, you need to forget about it and keep going on.
Oh, and here's a quick add-on.
Okay.
Donnie, what's the rest of it, Jay? How do you pronounce it?
Vijaya.
Okay, so we'll leave it at that. Donnie, I had seen Donnie's work on DA, I don't know, 8 or 9 years ago. I don't even remember how long ago it was.
I'm sorry, DA?
DeviantArt.
Oh, DeviantArt. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So I'd seen his work on there, like I said, I don't know, 8 or 9. I don't even remember. It's been a while. And I was like,
Vijaya? You mean this guy right here?
That guy right there. There you go.
Missed opportunity. See, missed opportunity. I need to flex, put my book up there, and it's over.
There you go. But I had seen Donnie's work, and I was like, I'm going to see if I can commission him for a cover before he gets hired for Marvel or DC, right? And I'm not going to be able to afford him.
Okay.
So I reached out. He gave me a price. I liked the price. I was like, okay. So I got him to do like 8 or 9 covers for me.
Nice.
Nice. But now I'm the exact opposite. If I see an artist, I jump on him and I try to get a bunch of covers. Okay. Unlike before, where like George and
Yeah, I didn't miss out on the opportunity to work with Donnie. Donnie and me are putting together a lot of stuff with Vicky Sticks. So if you picked up issue number 2, which recently fulfilled from Kickstarter and will be on UnstableComics.com soon, you can expect more stuff from me and Donnie, which is really cool.
Or if you picked up the BD16 anthology, which is going to be shipping like next week, Donnie is in there too on the.
See how Tom is jumping on that opportunity.
I like that. Tom was jumping on. Yeah. That shipping? When is the hardcover Oz book shipping?
All of it's shipping like in the next week. It's all here, so I'm prepping all of it and.
Very nice.
So
very nice, sir.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Justin comes back with damn it typo. Fat fingers, little screen. Don't sweat the petty stuff and don't pet the sweaty stuff. All right. Here you go. Thank you. Dan Barlow, happy Friday, fellas. Happy Friday, Dan.
Oh, what's up, Dan? Thank you, Dan.
Vicky deserves a short animated series with the history tied in to NYC. It would be cool. We got more stuff.
That'd be really cool.
Vicky, it's not just me that's working on it, but we will talk about that soon, just not yet. Poet Style, every opportunity lost somewhere is a new chance to go other horizons and fuck it all up anew. Way to be. Way to be. You know what? We got 25 people right now watching us live, and we don't have 25 people that have responded in the chat. Please say what's up. If you're with us, let us know that you're in the room. And let me take a moment to say that if you're having a good time with us tonight, don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share buttons. It really helps this channel grow and lets more people out there know what we are building.
It's AI Rosario again.
Oh my God! You know, I took a lot of time writing this and rewriting this.
It's not the writing; it's the delivery. It's the delivery. Yeah,
it's the delivery. Okay,
you're still too stiff. Yeah,
I'm just imagining Cinderella getting it.
You gotta take a couple of shots and then do your. And then
there you go.
I do. Yeah, I'm just trying not to drink as much. You know what I mean? But yeah, I should have. But folks, listen. If you're watching, you're hanging out with us, please. Spread the word, share the stream, let everybody know that you're hanging out here Friday night on Comic Book Streamland with Calderon, Fred, Ray, Tom, and me. All right. So we're going to get back to the show, and I want to tell you very quickly about Fred's book, which is live on Kickstarter. It's got another few more days left. We've played the video. You've seen it here a few times. Fred, for everybody who's shown up for the first time, give us the quickie, brother.
All right, everybody. My name is Fred Schwartz, and this is Fisticuffs. Fisticuffs is the story of a functional drunk whose comfortable life derails when a one-night stand has deadly consequences. It is the sense of humor of The Boys with the explosive action of Invincible and the kind of deeply personal storytelling that you would get in like a Martin Scorsese movie, as it deals with a lot of dysfunction, addiction, alcoholism, and just unlikable, in some ways, a pretty dastardly protagonist. So we have the 4-issue miniseries live now. We are live for another week, and drawing a blank here.
Fred, I got something to add for you here.
Please, sir.
Anybody? I've read the first 3 issues. The real question that's explored through this dysfunctional protagonist is, if you and all of your flaws right now got superpowers, what would that look like? Not what would you want that to look like? That's the real question explored here. That's what I got out of it. And I've got a review on my Facebook page if anybody wants to have a look at that. But I think that's a very important thing to put in there because it definitely resonated with me.
That's very true, right? Like I think there's something that like very often in like superhero movies and comics and all this stuff we see like they inherit powers and then like in the blink of an eye like their life gets better or they suddenly have like a different personality and stuff. And this is about somebody that's really broken from the beginning, and like the crux of his life is just drinking as much as possible. Like in fact we meet him in the beginning where he's kind of he's forced to go to like a substance abuse meeting and he's just trying to get through it. He's actually pre-gaming his way through it, like drinking in the meeting so he can get his sheet signed and then get to the bar and really start his weekend. So it's really about a guy that just wants to be able to cut loose and have as much fun as possible. But he's kind of foisted on him as this like power and ability that he can't deny, he can't hide from, and he's got to kind of be responsible for all the time. So it's about like what happens when a really deeply flawed person that's not all bad, but certainly not close to being all good, kind of finds himself in the middle here and in like really harrowing circumstances and like how he's going to rise to the occasion. So, nice. Ray's 100% right about that. We've got a week left. This is my passion project, guys. This is a lot of, my own experience with alcoholism and the patterns that I've experienced put into the page. I'm bleeding on the page here. So if you guys are out there, please support us, give us a test drive. It's a great series. We've gotten a lot of really positive support and, from people. So we work with a great team, Stan Yak, Robert Nugent, Timothy C. Brown, Dave Sharp, like just a great team. So please please support, please spread the word because we got a week to go and we're trying to do our best with it.
You got a week to go. You're funded. And I want to add this, since Ray gave you the assist, let me give you another assist as well. You were on the show for at least 3 times. You were telling me about the book, but I ain't backing it until you told me that this was a blooming onion. The blooming onion is what sold the fat man on buying a onion book. Let everybody know about your blooming onion, kid.
Yeah, sure. So part of the unfortunate reality of these powers that he discovers is that he can't hide. They are put out like an attraction, right? In the way like sharks are attracted to like a drop of blood. So he kind of over the course of this story brings along the worst of the worst. And this character that we meet called the Blossom, was just kind of a deviant asshole who worked in a chain restaurant until a freak accident, of course. And he becomes kind of this he kind of merges with a bloomin' onion appetizer and becomes this kind of deviant that's like this giant monstrosity, but he's got these long strand like tentacles that he kind of uses like Doc Ock to carry himself around and like tear people apart. So this is this issue in particular is like I said, it is a really grounded, like I swear there's a world where Martin Scorsese would have done this story, but it is so over the top, and this is certainly the issue that is the most superhero-y. That's why, as you guys can see down there, Stan did like a really Jack Kirby inspired one because we really kind of lean into it here before the bottom falls out. So
I just love how you say that I like how you mention that he discovers his powers. I just find that amusing, and I wish I could say more to that.
Yeah, well, you guys, please, if you guys are, at all squishy on it, at least read issue 1 and watch the Discovery, because it's it's memorable. That's where we get the boys comparison pretty hard. Oh fuck, what did I just say there? Well, you'll get it when you read it, but please, give it a look. And
the link is in the chat for anybody who is interested in the book. There's 6 more days left to go. And if you want to read Ray's review, it is also in the chat.
But he did write it in Canadian, so
it's going to be hard.
I wrote it in Canadian, and I also spoke it in Canadian. So if you take out every second E and then every second H, then you'll be able to understand it.
It is a great review. He broke it down.
Do you guys spell color with the U in it? COLOUR?
Color, favor, flavor, all have U's up here.
Kalua.
Kalua.
That's a drink here. So we got Burke says he's here. That's right, because I asked people who are watching us to say what's up. I got 25 people watching us live right now, and Burke is one of the ones that has said he's here. Here we go. Justin, he keeps coming back. Thank you for chiming in with us so much tonight. Justin is loser.
It's dragging it out because they're saying he's a loser.
There we go.
Yes, that is the pun. Thank you.
Deshaun says that's a nice concept. All right. And again, here is the link to Ray's review, and then the link to the campaign is right there. It's in the chat. That's not the only book we got for you right now, ladies and gentlemen. There's one more, and it's in pre-launch. We were supposed to launch tonight, but due to some technical difficulties on my
opportunity.
Missed opportunity, but you know what? We're still able to promote it on tonight's stream. So we've got the Storm Chasers Volume 2, which collects issues number 5, 6, 7, and 8. We'll be launching, I'm going to say Sunday, on Kickstarter. It's a graphic novel that's going to be 100 pages in length. And like all of my previous campaigns in the last few years, there is going to be a reward for any returning backer. You don't got to spend any extra money. We don't have a frequent flyer miles reward program. We don't have that little punch card that says you could get that 7th coffee for free. But if you have backed a previous campaign from Unstoppable Comics, doesn't matter which one, you're going to get that normal size prism looking trading card at no extra charge. And if you are backing us within the first 48 hours, you're going to get this holochrome prism, whatever you want to call it, very shiny trading card added as well to your reward at no extra charge. All you got to do is be there within those first 48 hours, and you get extra shit for free. All right, so the pre-launch page is up, and I'm probably going to be launching it on Sunday, folks. Sunday. Yes. Anybody else got a campaign coming up? Cameron, you got one going on every other third Tuesday.
I got 3 to fulfill, so until those 3, one at a time. I just got the books in for Magi's Grace, so that'll go out this week. So Dreamweavers issue 3 will probably launch in a week and a half or so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I really thought tonight's topic was going to take us a lot further.
I mean, we had I think it was a lively conversation. I mean, we argued for a while. I mean, it was spirited.
Yeah. Before we go any further, I just want to know if anybody's geeking like me and saw He-Man.
Oh, not yet.
Let's be clear. No one has seen He-Man because it is bombing. It is bombing at the box.
I'm surprised.
I saw He-Man as well.
I heard it had a good second week. I heard it's like recovering.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. I mean, the fight scenes in it, and Jay, you can corroborate this or not corroborate this, but the fight scenes in it are really good.
Yeah.
Like really good.
They were nice. Yeah. I can't.
I mean, way better than I expected.
It has made worldwide in its first whatever it is week and whatever the changes, 63 million on a $250 million budget.
63 million. I heard more.
No. Well, that's as of yesterday. That's as of yesterday.
US or globally? Because I heard globally it was at
Global.
200.
38 million domestic, 25 million international.
Yeah,
Oh,
wow,
shit.
it is bombing. Yeah.
Oh,
I'm on Box
shit.
Office Mojo, and that's the number they're giving. Oof, that's tough.
Damn it. That
But
sucks.
that's
I heard
But-
the only main critique of it is the like setting the storyline is a little too long at the beginning. Like 40 minutes could have been condensed to 20 or something like that.
No, I felt it was appropriate.
Yeah.
The other issue. I mean, there's stuff in it that are cringy, and I'm not just
Yeah.
talking about the tiger.
Yeah.
oh,
Well played.
in
Yeah.
what way?
That was a bad joke,
What did they get wrong?
I thumbs up.
I don't think Jose could say it without spoiling the movie.
Without spoiling it, yeah. That's
There were
true.
cringy moments. Yes, I will agree with that. But I will say it played within the rules it set up. It didn't go beyond that.
Mhm.
If you're a fan of the animated series from the 80s, this is for you.
Yeah.
100%. They try to update some things.
Mhm.
The music, the original score, I think hit right from the opening of the movie. Brian May's score on the opening credits, title roll, whatever you want to call it, was just, it put me in the perfect mindset for the movie. Told me I was going into the 80s, hit me with the synth rock, right? And triggered Flash Gordon, triggered Highlander. The special effects were okay. The CG, I mean, the tiger's going to be the tiger, right? He was limited.
Does Cringer speak at least?
Yes, he does.
Good.
Yes. Here we go. Burks, he hopes to see it this weekend. William, the Knicks got a campaign going. OG Anunoby, not missing the opportunity for a tip in at Game 4. Way to be, baby. That's right. It's funny, since we're on Geekness, somebody told me today, how come nobody has yet said, thank you, OG Anunoby, your only hope? I mean, if you think that cadence, you know what I mean?
Well,
it's in there.
I can say I've never in my life ever rooted for a New York sports team until Danhausen got involved, and now I'm
There you
all
go.
about it. Like,
There you go. He's cursing them. He's cursing.
yeah,
They've got great momentum on their side, right? And they've got 54 years of build-up.
So
Right?
okay, so here's the question. Let's analyze this for a little bit. I have not seen Masters Universe yet. I'm going to see it. I just haven't seen it yet. I haven't
Okay.
gotten to it because I was at the Oz Fest and I just haven't had time. So I'll probably see it next week. But here's the question. You're talking about, okay, it takes us back to the 80s, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
This movie is tanking, but it is, from what I understand and what I've seen in the trailers, is hardcore 80s. It is hardcore lore. It is hardcore all of this. Why is that what it is and tanking? But the Michael Bay Transformers movies that were sort of external lore and new designs, $800 million 25 years ago. Why did
solid
those
answer to
succeed
that?
and He-Man has failed?
Solid answer to that one.
I do too. You go first.
Okay. The audience that was watching Michael Bay's Transformers is not the same audience. Like every movie, I'm reminiscent of, I think maybe 3-4 months back on JD's show. I left a comment. I wasn't on the show, but somebody insisted that all art was political. And I said in the comments, how is a charcoal drawing of some fruit on a windowsill political kind of thing? Michael Bay Transformer era 2007, nobody was having those fights. That's my short answer. Nowadays, everybody's waiting to, is it toxic masculinity going to be in this? Is it going to be that? And everybody has their fighting opinions.
So
And it's just
let me
ruined cinema,
let me clean that up. You're saying that people are waiting to go to the theater to hear the review, to hear the pop culture noise before they say, let's go see a movie. Whereas back then they're just like, oh, it's Transformers, let's go.
I think most people are scared of getting critiqued to go watch it before all the dust settles. That's what I think.
I think there's
Fred, what do you got?
Yeah, I think there's a lot to unpack there. First, to Ray's point, it's the movie going public is like completely different now. Like, Transformers, the first one came out at like the infancy of Facebook. There was no social media and stuff. So people, to Ray's point, just kind of did what they wanted to and would argue about it amongst their friends. Nowadays, there is a real wait and see where people don't come out in support of something and, for fear of pile-on culture and stuff. So they're not going to be there day one. Yeah. We've become a real wait and see society. Also, the trailer did not do themselves any favors by the opening with a they them joke. There are people that are just going to say, not my He-Man, I'm not going to go.
Yeah. Listen, the him joke is probably the best part of the whole fucking movie. I saw that and I laughed my ass off while simultaneously watching people piss and moan about it. I'm like, tell me you didn't get the joke without telling me you didn't get the joke.
If you want fans there, though, that's not the thing to put in the trailer. It was
the
probably
owners are not going to pay their box office money.
And
also, it's just a different, the box office, even though, inflation has caused box office numbers to inflate so much, it just doesn't translate to the same amount of viewership. People just don't go to the movies as much as general.
Yeah.
So it's already a segment of a segment, and you've got an already segment that's going to tune out because it's unpopular. And then you have the Jared Leto factor, and then you have the fact that He-Man is an early 80s property, where Transformers is the late 80s into the 90s and remained cool when He-Man, was kind of the butt of a gay joke for a long time and stuff. And, yeah, there's a lot to unpack in there that He-Man just has a lot less.
You guys are telling me that we live in a society now where people aren't going to the theater because they're afraid their friend is going to laugh at them?
Well, here we go.
They don't get excited about it the same way they would have because their friends won't think it's cool. We all got to go see the George Lucas prequels, when Star Wars. We were all high-fiving about it for the most part, until
because they don't think it's cool. I don't buy into that. There has to be wait. There has to be more than that. Then it's cool, right? Because what the fuck does Gen Z think is cool if it's not on their phone, right? That's all they think is cool. So I don't buy into. I went and saw Masters Universe and they get ragged on because it's not cool. That's taking me back to 70s and 80s when I was the nerd and I was watching all this stuff, and there were sports guys going oh, you're a nerd because you're watching this shit. But the nerds have won this culture now. We are in nerd culture. When you wake up, you're in nerd culture. When you go to bed, you're in nerd culture. So I think there has to be more than just the idea of not cool.
You're missing one ingredient.
We gave you a few. It's good.
One ingredient, it's social penalty. I don't know how else to put it, but
why?
The reason being, everybody needs to have approval in a group. So you guys ever heard of an Ashline conformity test?
No, I've heard the term.
Long story short, you have 10 volunteers. They all line up. There's a question. They have 4 options. The answers are on the wall, and then one after another, they all. I think it's A. I think it's B. What volunteer number 10 doesn't know is 1 through 9 are actors, and they all say the same intentional wrong answer. And the test is to see if number 10 will tell the truth or would rather be wrong with the group.
Yeah.
Most people would prefer to play it safe and be wrong with the group. Here's all this political stuff. What did you do on the weekend? I saw He-Man. The biggest fear of that is somebody's going to laugh at me because I went and saw it. As silly as that sounds, that's Gen Z in a nutshell.
And that's only one part of it. I think that I remember Morgan Freeman once, was in an interview talking about somebody asked him what happens when a movie bombs. Did you all know it? And he says the analogy he gives is when a plane goes down, they usually attribute it to a series of malfunctions. And that's what happens. It's a series of things. We all we all got lucky, from a movie going standpoint in that when we grew up when it was the dominant culture. It was the dominant technology, but movie theaters and Blockbuster and videos and DVDs were all still so cool. And it's if you took that, that segment of people that saw movies in the 90s and 2000s, first of all, the swath of ages, right? The young people don't go to movies anymore because the dominant technology is their phones, their TikToks, video games. It's not movies. So the young people aren't saying, Mom and Dad, we got to go see He-Man. Dad might go say it, But to Ray's point, like Dad might be in a social circle where He-Man isn't cool or acceptable or whatever, or he might just be in a social circle where like people aren't saying, hey, let's go see He-Man together. So you don't have that big box office thing. And like young people just, might not think it's cool. So it's a lot of stuff that all affects it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter sometimes how good the product is. It is how you market it and the package you put together and whether it just catches. Like there's a good chance that this movie is going to, and it probably will because Amazon have a different business model. This is going to find a really good home on Prime.
Oh, of course it will. Yeah, of course.
You touched on that. That's, I think, the most important factor here. Amazon does not know how to promote a movie in the theaters. They don't. They could do the press junkets, right? But they're not doing what other studios can do. Mm-hmm. Because they're not a movie studio, right? They bought MGM. And you figure that would have been it for them. They're not. It's promoted as an Amazon MGM property.
Right.
Right?
Jay, also to add to that, though, anybody watching it, streaming it, it's within the safety of their home. They're not out in public. Right. I think there's a variable there to add to my previous point.
I have to agree with Ray on that because that was about what I was about to add. Because the thing is once I saw, the Amazon logo, I was like, why am I even here?
Yeah. Okay. Right.
2 or 3 weeks to be in my house.
Promote the MGM of it all, right?
Right. Yeah.
But I don't think people are too cringe because I went on Saturday, right, opening weekend. I saw a dude fucking dressed with he had his face painted like a green tiger. Like he came from the fucking the fair, the county fair, but it was a great time.
Here's important.
And he wasn't somebody our age.
Important question. How old was he?
He was not. I want to say he was maybe 30.
Okay.
He was a tall, skinny, lanky kid.
Okay.
Right. He definitely didn't have the wear and tear that other people who grew up with He-Man had on their body.
There's also not a star in this movie too. Like young kids, like the younger generation might go see a Tom Holland or a Zendaya movie, but nobody's showing up for an Idris Elba because like he's a great actor, but he's not a draw as Man at Arms.
The other part of the Jared Leto negative effect
he's a bit of a
box office. And I thought Jared Leto ate up the scenes in there. I thought Jared Leto.
I heard he was good. I heard he was really good.
But does he carry a negative effect? Right.
Sure,
I mean,
the other thing is the trailer.
He's got a cult somewhere.
I think the trailer missed one point. The cool thing was the entire all the toys were represented. I should say all, but man, there was a lot. I love seeing Trapjaw, Mechanic, and the works. But if you want a good trailer, I need to see He-Man doing cool stuff. And as soon as you have a trailer where let's spend some time in modern Earth, and he's in his office job, and you know what, let's show Man at Arms. Now let's show Sorcerer flying. I think if that was a more condensed trailer I think it'd be cooler if we didn't see a lot of those things.
For those who watched the movie, Calderon, I think that part on Earth worked. Whether it was 20 minutes or 40 minutes, you needed it.
I'm not saying whether or not it worked. I'm just saying it took from the trailer. People want to see He-Man swinging a sword kind of thing.
I have to be honest with you. His time on Earth is one of the issues that I have with the film.
Oh, really? Okay.
But I can't speak to it because it would spoil too much of it. Okay. So I'd rather everyone see it first, and then we can have like a conversation as to what might have been done differently, why those things could have been done differently. I mean, because I have feelings towards it. Like I said, the fight scenes are really, really, I mean, really good. Like it's like John Wick level.
They were good.
Fights.
They were good.
And the thing is, it was like
I can't say it wasn't. Yeah.
Yeah, like they were like someone stopped. Whoever's doing the fights, whoever's doing that choreography was like, I don't really care about the rest of the movie. This is gonna be dope. They were like,
it worked. We all know I'm a mark. I am not gonna say this is a perfect movie. No. I'll give it a 6.9, a 7 out of 10.
I think that's fair.
That's where I'm at. Solid movie. I'd watch it again.
Yep.
I got no problem watching it again. Is it going to be in my top everything? No. But solid, worth my money? Yes, 100%. Now, some of the people in the chat Justin, and I watched it, and it's bombing because people are listening to pundits. Okay, just go and enjoy it. Very much brought me back to being a kid. Yes, it did. You know what?
I heard the same.
Let me add this. If you saw the Bumblebee movie, and in those first 10 minutes, where we saw Bumblebee and Cybertron, and we're like, oh my God, this is the movie I always wanted to see. That's how I felt with He-Man. This is the movie I wanted to see. back in the 80s. Green Lantern Burks, pun. Champe, sadly, the movie is going to bomb because 70% of the people alive now have no nostalgia for a product they don't know. I don't know, Bubba, because my nephew was watching the new CG He-Man animated series on Netflix, and he was digging this, right? And that new CG He-Man animated series was coming out at the same time as the Kevin Smith thing, which was a little contradictory.
And they told us that was popular, and they told us that the She-Ra was popular. So how did that not translate to a popular film?
I don't know.
Streaming versus box office, maybe. I mean,
I don't know. Look,
streaming is the answer to problems with movies across the board.
Yeah.
It takes something truly special now to last in the theaters for like 3 or 4 months. Project Hail Mary is still playing in theaters, for God's sakes, right?
Yeah.
So, Top Gun 2 a few years ago, blew everybody out of the water and hung around for like 6 months. So it takes something really special to hang around nowadays. Mandalorian Grogu is tanking, right?
I was just going to ask how that's doing.
That's because everybody's like, this is just a TV show. It's going to be on Disney like in 2 months.
Yeah.
So they know it's coming to
long.
streaming. And if they know it's coming to streaming, they will wait.
So then can I ask a question then?
Yeah.
For each of everybody, like what's the next movie that's like coming out to theaters that you're like, I have to see that on the big screen no matter what?
I want to see I want to see Master of the Universe because of the big screen. When I saw the trailer on the big screen, it changed my desire because I was like, oh, this is fucking crazy. So I do want to see that. And Disclosure Day came out
today, I really want to see that. And
I want to see that. So, I was going to see it last night, but we had a gigantic storm come through here. So I was like, nope, I'm going to stay here. Yeah. So I do want to see those. I know there's a lot of people that are game for Supergirl. I don't give a shit about Supergirl. I will see it, but I go in with the lowest of expectations. Okay. And I don't know what else is kind of on the.
It's a movie.
docket.
It's a movie. People aren't expecting for the movie to cure cancer. Did you feel it was worth the money you spent on it? Okay,
then that's
did
fine.
You not?
Sure.
All right. No.
Yeah.
Right. For me, my indicator is if I'm watching a movie, you know what? Movie theater sleep is the best sleep anybody's ever going to fucking get. I don't care how expensive it is. Those new chairs, you're out. I mean, you're done. Okay? The second they drop those lights, toast. If you could stay up for a 2-hour movie with all of that stuff working against you, it's a good movie.
Yeah. I don't completely disagree with you, but I'll be honest with you. The best sleep I get is when I'm in Disney World and I'm in the Hall of Presidents. That is the best sleep.
Okay.
What music would they play in that?
The problem with catering heavily to nostalgia is that you run out of people who are nostalgic for that IP.
Yeah.
I think the flip side of that coin, Daphne, is that they are trying to keep the property alive for the next generation who will come up with it.
Yeah, but I think her point is that the movie, and again, I haven't seen it, but I've heard people talk about this. The movie is so aware of itself that people that are outside of, like, say they've never seen He-Man before, that there's inside jokes, there's inside Easter eggs, there's stuff that they don't get. You know what I mean? And so when they watch it, they're like, well, I'm not getting all of it somehow because it's too tight as far as what it's trying to do. That's just my assumption.
Baseball.
Okay.
Yeah, inside baseball. Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Also, I posit that more people are fans of Transformers than He-Man. Yes, I can't disagree with that. Yeah. People don't even dance in clubs anymore because they're afraid to be seen as cringe. Yes. And here we go. Oh man, we got a lot. Also, art history is full of examples of a bowl of fruit being political. By the way, okay, there's an entire genre of still life paintings with subliminal political meanings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I have a fine art degree, so what do I know? First, thank you, Rosario. Way to be. The cancer comment is right out of my playbook. All right, brother. People are only going to admit they saw the movie and say it's not that bad once it's on streaming, because you can say it was just on. Yeah. Dune 3 is what Daphne is going to go see.
I don't get those movies. They're not for me.
Oh, no. Calderon's a little upset with that. Yeah. All right, guys.
I heard that movie is going to be called Dune 3 Doggy Dune.
Oh, okay. Wow,
that was great. Everybody hated that one too. I
will say this:
Pearl's before Swine.
Third movies, the third installment in the trilogies usually don't hold up, in my opinion, to the other ones. So I hope that's not the case here.
I mean, yeah,
Right.
I mean, Dune 3, I mean, look, I read the books when I was like 12, 13
Right.
years old.
Right.
I saw the original movie in the theaters, right? The first one. Enjoyed it because I read the books, right?
Right.
So I could see,
Right.
where it's coming from. And I really enjoy these films, and I'm hoping the third film is really good. It would be really nice if they got to a fourth film and got to, I think it's
No spoilers.
God Emperor of Dune. Where,
It sounds to me like I need to go watch this movie to get that sleep. I need to get that sleep.
I would advise reading the books.
Oh, that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen in any lifetime that I exist.
Audio the book so you could see
No, sir. No, sir.
audio.
No, sir. No, sir.
We can use AI so it's in Tom's voice, so it'll sound like your
There you
internal monologue.
There you
as you're
go.
listening to it.
All right, fellas. It's time for a little trivia.
All right.
Who's ready? Did Fred, Ray, are you ready to type in the chat? What's your
Trivia?
answer card?
Are we
I
back
can
to
only
trivia?
answer in the private chat. I don't know how to do the chat.
Okay. So you know what, guys? Here we go. We're doing true or false only, Tom. All right. I have enough time to set up multiple choices. So true or false only. True, thumbs up. False, thumb down. Okay.
What about TF?
You can do a TF. You can type it in.
Okay.
If you can't type in true or false or T or F,
just
do it
that.
thumbs up or thumbs
Just do
down.
that.
Yeah, do that. Double it up. Double fisting.
How did you do that so fast? I'm upset. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. Some of these are going to be layups. Some of these maybe not. All right. The first one is in the comic book Mage, the hero discovered. Kevin Matchstick uses a glowing baseball bat in lieu of the sword Excalibur. True or false?
Are we just like
Outlook
throwing?
says
Are we just
true.
like throwing up our gang signs right now, or like what's the scenario?
You
That's
can do your
fine.
gang signs. You can type it in. True or false?
I think you got to be like you got to do a countdown, like 3, 2, 1, and everybody throw it up.
Stop chewing and give me a fucking thumb.
Lip smacking magic.
There you go.
Tom says true. Calderon says true. Ray says true. Fred, what do you say?
That's a true there. Oh, I did it in the private chat. I'm sorry.
I'm going to give you a Buddy Christ for that one.
That is
Ah!
that is.
I put a
true.
T. I was
That
silly. I
is-
put an X first just to see if you'd read it, but you didn't, so I put the T in as well.
Oh, you typed it in. Oh, Ray, I'm so happy. Thank you, Ray, for abiding by the rules.
An X and a T. What is that?
Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that.
It's the late '90s. It's extreme.
Okay, all right. Here we go, guys. All right.
Mages from the 80s. Okay.
In
fine.
Archie Comics,
Oh.
the real name of Jughead is Forsyth Pendleton Jones III. True or false?
AKA Prince Charles.
I'll do that.
Calderon says true. Fred says false. Tom and Ray say true.
It's gonna be the second, right? He's gonna be the second, not the third.
It
Yeah,
is
piss me off.
true. Sorry,
It is true.
Fred.
I'll tell you why that was true.
Uh-huh.
Very obviously true, because that's a name Rosario could not have made up on his own.
Like you said, he could have changed a letter or a number by one.
Could have changed it. Could have changed it.
That would have.
You got to pay attention to the wording here, guys.
Yeah, I mean, like
Tom
that's
still
the thing he
converted
did
into
now.
ribbing.
Yeah,
Still.
that's the sort of thing he did last week where he messed up the wording, and we were like,
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
we had
I
that
did.
on trivia a long time ago.
all right,
What's
Yeah,
that
Fred, you give
Seinfeld
me-
episode? The Moops, not the Moors.
That's right.
All
I
right.
saw a great. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no, go ahead, Fred. What's up?
Oh, I saw a great. For you Knicks fans / Seinfeld fans, they had a meme of Larry David and Jerry at the game, and they said the Spurs know how to take a lead, they just can't seem to hold a lead, and that's the real part, the holding the lead. If you get the Seinfeld, you get the joke. If not,
That's solid. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good. I love it.
yeah, it was good. Anyway,
never watched Seinfeld.
oh, best show.
That's. Oh man. Well, nobody's perfect. That's okay.
Perfect.
I
Okay.
never said I was.
All right, boys. Here we go. The best-selling comic book of all time was X-Men #1. True or false?
Now, are we talking about saddle stitched?
I am saying the best-selling comic of all time is X-Men #1. True or false? False is from Calderon. Fred says true.
Yeah.
Tom says true. Ray, where you at, kid?
I put it in
Ray
the chat.
says false.
It's true.
It is true.
Yeah.
It's not true.
8.1 million copies from X-Men #1
Interesting.
by Jim Lee and Chris Claremont.
I forgot which one is it. I think it's one of the One Piece books sold like 15, 16
That's a
million.
manga, not a comic book, sir.
I said
Manga in Japanese means comic book.
Some comics are
I
manga.
asked you
but no-
very specifically, are we talking about saddle stitch? There's a reason I asked that question.
I made a fucking direct attempt to clarify the
And you
wording
didn't
and
do
say
it.
X-Men. I didn't say saddle stitch. You're reading into it. You're fucking yourself up, kid.
we don't
I don't
acknowledge
want
we don't
You're the
acknowledge
one that
manga
said,
here.
teacher, you didn't give me
No.
enough homework today.
No.
Come on.
That was, yeah.
Sorry, you're wrong.
I thought that was a layup, but
That was a layup.
If you say, you know, saddle stitched, yes. If you're talking about North American, of course.
Okay.
Maybe even Western.
There you go.
You know.
Nobody reads manga.
Okay.
No, they only sold 15 million copies. Nobody read it.
That's,
Nobody
that's
read
all,
it.
that's all just for kindling.
That's
It's
all.
really
That's
cheap
all.
kindling.
Yeah. No, nobody pays attention.
All right, here we go.
Millions
Here we go.
millions of
The
copies.
first comic book ever printed was in 1933. True or false?
Saddle stitch?
Perfect bound with a little bit of scotch tape.
ugh.
No, that's not the case. Then.
Tell me the year again.
1933.
I'll go false.
That's close enough. I mean, it's around there.
Yeah, I
Fred
think.
says true.
Show me like
says
34, you're a dick.
You know,
Ray
it's funny,
says false.
I just watched a documentary talking about that too.
33, you said?
1933.
Yeah,
Tom
I'll go-
says false. Burks says false. Gentlemen, I will tell you that the answer is true. Eastern Color Press printed an 8-page comic book called Funnies on Parade. And it
Yeah,
was
that would've been it.
We have to define comic book because I'm pretty sure there's some cool pictures on caveman walls.
I've heard that story told before. Like it was like
Hieroglyphics.
the grandson of like the EC Comics guy talks about how he like, you know, he
Yeah.
clipped the comic strips.
The first
and,
comic
like, put them
book is
together,
widely
folded.
recognized as Rodolphe Topher's Histoire des Voix Bois, published in 1837, later reappearing in the U.S. as The Adventures of Obadiah Oldbuck.
Get the
What was
fuck
that
out of
name?
here.
Dave
No.
Bois?
No. I know.
Listen, history gets rewritten all the time, Jay.
So,
No.
And they make comic books about it too.
No.
so
Yeah.
again, I asked, Saddle Stitch?
So yeah, so to both so not surprisingly, the internet agrees with both of you.
Yeah.
If you go to Wikipedia, it agrees with JD. If you trust Google or Copilot, it agrees with Tom.
Well,
so.
it's the in the U.S. for sure. It's the 33. Yeah,
Mhm.
for sure.
Okay.
But for some reason, I had something else in mind, even in the U.S. But okay.
Yeah, I'm going with mine. Yeah. All right, here we go. The X-Men, known as Cyclops, has a swashbuckling space pirate for a father.
But is he
True
an X-Man
or false?
or an X-Men?
You a motherfucker. Ray says true. Fred
Yes,
says
Cor-
true. Tom says
Corsair
true.
is dead, yes.
That is true. That is true. Yes.
Extra points for the name.
Bert
Corsair?
says true.
Corsair.
Corsair.
Yeah.
Yes, named after boat. Okay. The mutant known as Cable is the son of Cyclops and Jean Grey. True or false?
Shit.
False, Calderon. You're the only one
I
we're
don't
waiting
fucking
on.
remember. Fuck, fuck it. I'll be wrong on this.
Yeah,
one.
man. All right, you're wrong, Calderon.
Gonna be the outlier.
He is the son of Cyclops and
Madeline Pryor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, it was a shitty fucking Rob Liefeld comic. Why would I fucking?
No, it wasn't. It was not.
It wasn't him, but
This was back in the 80s.
Oh,
This was
okay.
Chris Claremont. Yeah. This
Yeah.
was back when
Back
when Storm had the mohawk and shit.
Oh, all right. Well, maybe not. Okay, those are some of his
Storm.
good days. I like some of those.
Yeah, he left. He was living in Alaska. Yeah. All right. Martian Manhunter once served the Justice League disguised as the hero named Bloodwind. True or false?
Sure. Why not?
Ray, you're the odd man out. It is true. During the whole Doomsday thing, he was disguised as the hero Bloodwind.
He also
All right.
ran himself as a chick in Justice League. What the fuck was it? International or some weird shit like that.
Really? Who?
Martian Manhunter. He turned
I
himself
thought
into
that
a
was the
chick for a
title.
while.
Justice League WTF, was it?
Yeah.
All right. The mutant known as Wolverine once served as one of Apocalypse's horsemen. True or false?
Yeah, I don't know.
The answer is true. The
Age of
answer is-
Apocalypse, maybe.
No. He was the
Isn't
horseman.
that how he
of
got
war.
his adamantium back? I
That
can't
is how
remember.
he got his adamantium
Yeah.
back.
After
Yes.
it was pulled by Magneto.
Oh,
Yes. So there's one
X-Men 125, I think.
No fucks given.
No.
Not X-Men. Wolverine 125 or 100. I can't remember.
No fucks
That's
given.
where he pulled it out. There's
No, that
there's,
was number 75.
So, what is it? Magneto pulled out.
Magneto pulled it out, but then there is a
Mark.
there's an uncanny
Magneto
X-Men
pulled out,
cover.
but then Apocalypse put it in. It just
There
sounds really
you
dirty,
go,
guys.
baby. That's listen. They're wearing polyester.
Go back fisticuffs.
See, guys, if you like that kind of humor, that's what to expect in Fisticuffs. Just lots of pulling in and pulling out.
There you go.
Loser.
The names. True or false, boys? True or false? The names Cringer, Prince Adam, and Duncan were originated in the animated series for Masters of the Universe regarding He-Man, Battle-Cat, and Man-at-Arms. True or false?
It's false. It's based off of different coffee shops in Canada. We have a couple different franchises. There's Duncan.
There was going to
obviously.
be Tim Horton, but they cut him out.
They cut him out. That is true.
Yeah, it's true.
That is true. Came out in the
Timothy
animated series.
of the Hortons.
Filmation. Filmation's animated series added a lot to the lore of it. Okay, shit. You guys are running through these. God damn it.
There's an amazing documentary. If you guys have you ever seen Power of Grayskull?
Yes.
Great documentary.
Where they showed the She-Ra sequence from the original movie. That
I
it
don't
was
remember.
it was I don't want to say Matrix style, but it had a lot of yellow lights flashing before her in front of a techno castle Grayskull.
I don't remember that. Sounds
Yeah.
creepy.
Yeah.
I didn't take that back to shrooms.
True or false? Wonder Woman made her debut in All-Star Comics.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe that's the case.
Mm-hmm.
Correct. That is true, guys. I love everybody is chiming in. Burks, William, oh, that's you, Ray. Thank you, everybody who's playing along with us. All right, we got a few more. We used that one last week. The psychiatrist that almost destroyed comic books in 1954 was named Dr. Frederick Wortham. True or false?
More importantly, we should not know who that man is. He who shall not be named.
He who should not be named. That is true, boys. That is true.
He did some good work in his life. He just fucked up with the comic book thing.
I don't know about the rest of his life. I think.
Yeah, I don't know about the rest of his life either.
He did.
Rest of his life, yeah.
I read, I guess a biography of him.
Okay. All right.
He was a decent human being. He fucked up on the comic book thing though. He really did.
Yeah.
He really did.
Yeah.
And he admitted it later.
He admitted it? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like the guy that admitted that his picture of the Loch Ness monster was bullshit when he was dying.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
He
the
admitted
little,
on his
really?
deathbed.
the little
Bob
balls with the
Kane.
fairies. Remember those? Yeah.
Bob Kane and his bullshit, credit to Bill Finger.
He was just giving that guy the finger. So, yeah.
He was.
Okay. True or false, boys? Here we go. The first graphic novel produced ever was in 1978. True or false?
Define graphic novel.
Yeah.
Not Saddle Stitch.
Is the Saddle Stitch.
Not Saddle Stitch.
It would
But
be
we're-
Will Eisner, and I don't remember the year, so I'll just go with that. But I'm not sure. But I know it'd be Will Eisner.
78, you said?
1978.
Yeah, because Will Eisner is the one that coined the phrase. I believe it's Will Eisner.
78.
I got three trues.
And I
Tom,
think
where you at?
Contract of God is for. I'm not even sure.
Tom's wrong. It is 1978, A Contract with God by Will Eisner. Yes.
Nobody cares.
It's
Come
Will
on.
Eisner.
We're
come on. I love
doing
Will
history.
I love when
Yeah, it's
Jerry
amazing.
said Tom is wrong, and Tom, your mask fell a little bit there.
Yeah, he was
Damn,
like-
I'm going to start chewing. I'm going to start chewing.
Nah.
All right.
Nah.
Dr. Scrooge's nemesis. Excuse me.
Oh, Jesus.
Mr.
Nemesis.
Scrooge's nemesis. Nemesis. In DuckTales.
Nemesis is plural.
You guys, I mean, I'm just trying to get this shit out.
I'm waiting for you to give one name, and I'm
We're
saying
going
no
through
because
it.
that's only one.
Right,
All right,
you said we're blowing through it, so we gotta pad it out for you.
Pan it out. Okay. All right. The Beagle. The Beagle. Oh, jeez. I'm not fucking it up. The Beagle Boys are Mr. Scrooge's
Nemesis.
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 Hashtag Nemesis.
Nemesis.
The criminal group in DuckTales is the Beagle Boys.
I'm used to the word antagonist.
Okay.
That's my thing.
Okay. You guys all fucked me up from the beginning. All right. Jeez.
Hey, this is a long question. You're welcome.
True or false? Metamorpho.
You didn't
that
tell
right?
us if we were right or wrong.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. True. You guys all said true. That was
Okay.
that was the key. That was the easy one. That was an easy.
Okay.
Oh my god.
You
The,
said Metamorpho?
False because Scrooge is his first name. Mr. McDuck.
It's all in the wording.
Donnie says fire. Thank you, Donnie. Oh my god, I gotta fucking read it again. Which one?
So you
Okay.
Metamorpho? Go ahead.
Metamorpho gained his powers from the Orb of Ra. True or false?
See, it has to be true because you can't make that stuff up.
You think you
Oh,
can?
somebody did, but yeah.
It's always the wording. There's always wording.
Yeah, I know. Right?
Fucking, I'll go with
It's the staff of Ra.
It sounds right. I read this recently. His first
It's
appearance.
the diadem of Ra.
It was in like a he got his shit in a pyramid or something. So
doesn't-
it's like that sounds right.
But why would he get elemental powers from a pyramid? Doesn't make any sense. I mean,
knows
granted.
the 60s, Tom.
That's what I was about to say.
I
That's
believe
literally what I was about to say. It was the 60s, and they were just making shit up.
I
Golden
believe he was
water,
sent there to be
man.
killed. I think they were trying. His Stag's henchman was trying to kill him there, and he
Well,
wound
he
up-
would have gone into a. Fuck, fine.
I don't remember. I'm not. I'm kind of.
It's true.
Yeah.
It is true.
It's
boy.
true, yeah.
It's fine. It's fine.
It is true. Yes. Yes. Oh
There's
my
a lot
god.
of weed, a lot of LSD back then. You know?
Jeez.
They had Son of Satan comics for the
LSD, loose story descriptions.
All right. We did that. Okay. Richie Rich made his comic book debut in Little Dot #1. True or false? False from
Ooh.
Ray. True from Fred.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
yeah, sure.
In
Calderon
Little
says
Dot?
true.
I have no friggin' idea.
In Little Dot.
The answer is true. Yes.
Yeah, I give Tom a lot of credit for
That's
actually
wrong.
thinking
That's
about it.
wrong. When you bring in the fan conspiracy theory that Richie Rich is just Casper the Ghost, then his first appearance is wherever Casper the Ghost first appeared.
Casper,
'Cause they look
Casper
identical.
the Ghost came out after Richie Rich, though, bro.
That's how that would work. He's his ghost. So
He's
they
dead.
murder Richie Rich.
All right, I eat
Go.
my words, and they were delicious.
There you go.
There you go.
And holy shit, we did that. We did that last week. We just did the Bagel Boys.
The Bagel Boys.
The Bagel Boys. Okay, all right. I got no answer for this one. Didn't
You
finish it.
You don't know
What?
the answer?
They do look alike.
Yeah.
Weird.
Who looks alike?
Richie
Richie
Rich and
Rich.
Casper.
Listen,
Casper
I'm
is the
gonna,
ghost of
I'm,
Richie Rich.
I'm gonna destroy your childhood. Are you a Dragon Ball Z fan?
Somewhat.
9.
So someone took all of the hair off of all the Dragon Ball Z guys, and it's just the same face with different hair, and they just started moving the hair around.
That's really,
Oh,
Well,
not really. Yeah.
Goku looks like Sailor Moon. Sorry, guys.
They did that with the Avengers. You take the masks off of all the superheroes, and it's the same guy underneath. Steve Rogers, Hank Pym, Clint Barton.
Thor?
Thor has the long hair.
Yeah, I know.
Jim Hammond.
Ant-Man.
Yeah, it's Hank Pym.
Jim Hammond.
I was
Fuck
saying
is it Jim
Scott
Hammond?
Lang.
Jim Hammond. The first. True or
Jurassic Park.
false? The first Marvel superhero was Jim Hammond.
I don't
Yeah.
know what Jim Hammond is.
Human Torch.
Human Torch.
The first Human Torch.
Human Torch?
Yeah,
You mean
Toro.
Toro?
Yeah.
No, Toro was the sidekick.
Toro was the sidekick, bud.
I have
The
never heard of
All-Winners
the word
Club.
Jim Hammond in my lifetime.
He was
100%
just
And that's the one that eventually becomes Vision
yeah.
because they use his body.
body. Yeah. But then they brought him back in the West Coast Avengers thing.
Mhm.
They made them separate bodies. It was fucking weird.
I've never
Yeah.
heard of Jim Hammond.
Yeah, Jim Hammond. Yeah, 100%. Okay. Okay. So you know what? Leonard Mackenzie is the father of Namor. True or false?
False.
Right.
False
Yeah.
True.
Wait, is the father?
of Namor.
True.
True from Fred. True from Tom. Calderon. False. Ray, where you at?
I'm going to do this just to mix it up.
The answer is true. Captain Leonard Mackenzie is the father of Namor Mackenzie.
Not more. Not more.
Not more.
Oh, yeah.
I don't
My
know.
name is Namur. There's a U in there, by the way. He's Canadian.
Namour. Yeah. Namour. That's good. That's really good. I'm gonna put that guy in a comic book. No,
I break through the ice every once in a while, eh?
See, it's Namor because it's Roman backwards.
that doesn't help your argument.
It's pronounced Rumen. Get it right.
Rauman with the OU.
Rauman.
There you go.
Rauman's Underwater Theater.
There you go.
Guys, we went an hour and a half tonight. We had some fun. We went through what I was getting ready for 3 weeks worth of true to false questions. Holy shit. I want to thank everybody who is following us in chat tonight. You know, we hit about 30 people, which I appreciate you watching on the live stream. So thank you all. Before we go, Tom, let's start with you. You want to let people know where they can find you, buddy?
You can find me here for the next 6 weeks. Shipping books soon. And then towards the end of July, I'll be at San Diego Comic-Con for the first time in 10 years. I'll be at the Antarctic Press booth. So that's my next 2 months is shipping books and then off to San Diego.
All right. Way to be. Ray, where can they find you, bud?
You can find me on Facebook as DM Ray, and you can find me on Instagram as Raymond the DM. Got some updates about the Madcaps issue 3 coming up shortly.
Very cool. Fred, where can they find you, buddy?
find me at Schwartzart LLC on all the main socials at www.schwartzart-llc.com. And of course, on Kickstarter, Fisticuffs Book 4 is up for another week. Please, guys, support. This is, my passion project. It means the world to me. Any and all follows, supports, everything helps. So thank you.
Calderon, hit them up.
Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those different places. Kickstarter real soon again. And this Sunday night, we'll be back with Mr. Rosario, Tom, Fred will be there. Sorry, Rick. Next time.
True.
Right.
Wait a second. There's one thing I wanted to ask you. You see, Green Lantern Burks. He says, dude, Harvey Comics hot stuff is also looks like Casper. I think the way it works is that Richie Rich dies, Casper comes out, then he becomes a demon. And that eventually, I think it's all the same person.
No. Casper was Richie going to heaven, and his body, because he was a bastard billionaire, went to hell.
But he didn't go to heaven. He stayed on Earth.
Right.
Oh, he got locked. Both sides got locked in.
Yeah.
I
just think, the aggravated ghost became too heavy and then eventually became a demon.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Way to be. I'm happy for you.
Yeah. Then he started hanging out with a witch.
Yeah. Exactly.
Sabrina?
No, different witch.
Different witch. Yeah.
Different witch. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. This is where you can find me. Pretty much everything is Unstoppable Comics on almost all sorts.
Trying to bring real trivia here, but no.
Serious.
And Comic Book Streamland on YouTube Friday nights, 8 p.m. And also Jay the Unstoppable on YouTube. If you had a good time tonight, I really hope that you check out some of our older episodes where we have just as much fun. And do not forget to hit those like, subscribe, and share buttons. Thank you very much, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you next Friday. Later.
Wendy the Witch.